Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
What's up, everybody? We got a great show for y'all today. First of all, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Once again, we have an awesome show for y'all today. As you can see, the band is back. Y'all had a Dummy Bro episode on Friday. They had a great time. I tuned in, from out of town. But we here, all three of us. And we got a lot to talk about, a lot of games and series that we have to predict. First of all, we saw the Warriors and the Orlando Magic winning and playing last night. We got to predict the Warriors versus the Houston Rockets and the Orlando Magic versus the Boston Celtics. Hey, that chat going to be lit in this whole playoff series. I can't wait to see that. All right. I know we got some player games tonight, but we ain't going to talk about that until the end. You know what I mean? You know who I'm representing. You see who Dave represented. Oh, turn around. There you go. Yeah. No.
I got
it.
No, I was looking for my draft. I'm looking for my scouting book.
Where your flag at?
Hey, I'm not doing it until we get the pick. Until it's locked in. I don't trust the NBA right now.
If we lose, I might show up with a flag every show. I'm not gonna lie until the lottery comes. I'm just saying that, right? Also, we got the New York Knicks playing the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to my boy Carl. We gotta talk about that. We got the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. We know guys like AJ is confused and torn in between the two. Who he's going to pick? Well, we got two on page to see that. There it is. All right. Also, the 4-5 matchup. We got the Clippers versus the Denver Nuggets, y'all. Oh, there's some good matchups we talking about. And we got the Indiana Pacers with a rematch. Well, I should say the Milwaukee Bucks with a rematch because they lost last year to the Indiana Pacers. Shout out to my boy TYP and shout out to my boy Tony. We got to predict that series also. But, like I always do, I got two of my bros with me, two future Hall of Famers in the sports media world. We got Davey Dollars in the middle right there, Mr. Doghouse himself. And we got Mr. Your Done Son, Tomo, co-host of In the Red Corner. How y'all doing, fellas?
Man, I'm doing good. I just watched the WNBA draft, have another successful performance. Mystics, shout out to them with the 3 first-round picks. They did their thing.
There you go.
Shout out to Paige for going number 1. The WNBA is getting some talent, fellas. They're getting a lot of talent over there. It's all eyes. I did hear one thing about the WNBA, though, about the free agents. I know Dave posted it in the WNBA chat, but it's going to be a lot of big-name free agents all at the same time going into next season. The season after this. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But outside of that, I'm ready to talk about these playoffs. I'm ready to see why HOA about to shut New York City down. But we ain't going to say too much, Carl. Represent. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great, man. As Joe said, got to represent Miami Heat, going into the play-in again. This is the play-in is pretty much the Miami Heat Invitational. This is just you can just guarantee that we're gonna be in the play-in tournament. I don't know. I don't like it, but we hit. I'm excited about the WNBA as well. You got Haley Van Lith reunited with Angel Reese in Chicago. That's going to be an interesting team to see. And your girl, Cheyenne Shellers, man. She with the Golden State Valkyries. You know, that was the steal of the draft. She was predicted to be a first round draft pick, and she got drafted in the second round. She to me is the steal of the draft. But y'all know why we here. It's the NBA playoffs. Shout out to RBO, my boy Vaughn. This your time. This your time to shine, my guy. This your time to shine, and your team is in the playoffs.
Woo.
Gotta represent, my guy. Celtics versus the Magic, Orlando Magic. You know, my man gonna say play that song. How many times is that song gonna be played in the series? We'll see.
Oh,
Rockets, Warriors. You know, this is Tomo's time to shine too. Because if the Warriors lose, Tomo got something to say.
I can't wait.
And then the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks can't beat nobody, no top team in the Eastern Conference. But they're playing against the Pistons, another team that can't beat a top team in the Eastern Conference. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that one, man. And the Cleveland, I mean, they waiting to see who's gonna be the AC. Same thing with OKC. They waiting to see who's gonna be the AC. Then the Lakers, and it's just a lot of basketball that's going on today, y'all. So let's have fun and let's turn up. Turn me up, up. Jody, do your thing.
all right, y'all. We are streaming this on 3 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 platforms. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports. It's right under Dave, right? And share this video with somebody so they can come on the show and watch live with you, because we can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Cardo, Big O, big Chicago Bulls fans. Got a big matchup with my boy Dave right now. Well, in a couple of minutes at 7:30. So shout out to him. We here with the Bulls emoji and the fire emoji. Shout out to my bro J-Mo. You know, he chilling this year. You know what I mean? He ain't in the playoff right now. He's chilling. You know what I mean? He in the lottery. He feeling something, you know, he feeling good. Trust the process. Shout out to my boy J-Mo. He in the comments. But last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo.
Oh, what you say, Dave?
I don't think he want to trust the process no more.
Let me get that in.
And I think he do want to trust the process by trading it, but I ain't gonna say too much.
There you go. That too. That might be it. That might be it too.
Yeah. And he already know this ain't no shot, because at the end of the day, the Wizards is in the trust the process phase. But another team in the East that was in the trust the process phase is now in the playoffs. And I think Vaughn said Paolo would be top 5 or top 10 2 years ago.
He said now
top 5. There we go. And now his team is finding ways to be in the top 10. Sometimes they top 5, but you know the season plays out, and now they're going up against the Boston Celtics. He had a great message for the y'all smiling too much. I can't see the comments, so I know something crazy has been said, but I'm gonna get this out the way. He posted a message today in the NBA chat for all Celtics fans. I can't say it for FCC Airways, but just know it was a Tupac exit. It was a Tupac outro. Just know that. And Celtics fans had a lot to say. So, fellas, they found their way out of the play-in. They beat the Hawks. Now they got the Celtics. Who do you got winning this? And I'm going to start with you, Dave.
Let's get a super shot of the way, Dave.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew it was something.
Shout out to my boy TYP, the other co-host of In the Red Corner with Tomo and Ricky. Member for 21 months. Y'all, it's about to be 2 years. It's about to be 2 years, y'all. That's crazy. Cade, ugly fade, field goal made. Knicks in 4. Shout out to Best Network, Boots ducking Norman, Tank taking knees, Shakur getting KOs. Shout out to In the Red Corner.
Oh, so this Tank taking knees.
Yeah.
Shakur getting KO. Shout out to IRC. I see what he was doing there.
Okay.
It's too. I don't know about the KOs, but go ahead.
Yeah,
he might get TKOs.
I was about to question that too.
He might get a lot of technical knockouts. I don't know about actual knockouts, but go ahead, Dave.
Man, look, this series, I feel like this matchup would have been better last year if they played last year, just because of how how tough they played in the regular season, and it was almost kind of sort of the same thing this season as well. But the Orlando Magic had a lot of injuries that happened. You know, Paolo was out after like the first 5 games. He was out for like a whole month or two. So he had to deal with that. Then Frost Wagner went out. Then Mo Wagner went out. And then Jalen Suggs is out. So it was so many injuries that happened in this with the Orlando Magic. And I think that's what's going to cause them to lose this series. The Celtics are the defending champions for a reason. They're healthy right now. The only thing that's been a question right now is Jaylen Brown's knee, but I don't think his knee is going to cause them to lose this series. I believe that the way that Jason Tatum has played, with Peyton Pritchard more than likely going to be 6th man of the year. He's played phenomenal this year. You got Hauser, who's going to step up and, knock down some shots, along with Derek White, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis is going to do what he does, and Grandpa Al Horford going to do what he does as well. This team is still very well coached, really good defensively, and I mean one of the best 3-point shooting teams, if not the best 3-point shooting team in the league. And I think that's going to carry them to win this in 6. I think the Celtics win this in 6, if not 5.
Joe?
Hold up.
Oh, I guess Jamo thought I was talking trash. I wasn't throwing a shot, but I got you. I said shout out to my boy Tomo, 6 milli. $4.99 super chat. Watch it from the outside this year, but playoffs about to be fire. Hashtag Dave, watch about. Hashtag beat y'all in the play-in last year. Hashtag I don't want to hear Jimmy was hurt.
He already beat you to it.
That's fine. All I know is, hey, we got to the play-in last year. We advanced and we lost. Plain and simple. I wasn't taking a shot at Philly. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure you don't feel happy about what happened this year with Philly, and you ready to get rid of some of the players on your team. That's what I was saying. But yeah, I got Celtics winning this in 6 though.
Okay.
Keep my team name out your mouth. So this I was happy Orlando won yesterday because it's a matchup I want to see the Celtics go against in the first round. Now, the good thing about Orlando Magic, first of all, the good thing about Orlando Magic is a very physical, defensive-minded team, right? And they're a very physical, defensive-minded team. One of the best defensive teams in the NBA, if not the best. I know statistically, don't say that they are the best, but you watch them play, a lot of their offensive ability is not as good as the other defensive teams. So the defensive rating might not be as high because of that. But if you look at just pure defense, they probably have the best defense in the NBA. And this is without Jalen Suggs. I know a lot of people say, I heard people say that, I had a friend of mine, he said, hey, this Orlando Magic team is a team we're supposed to be worried about. I'm in a New England area. This is a team supposed to be worried about, and they playing the play-in. I'm like, bro, you gotta understand. Paolo and Franz Wagner missed almost like half the year, and Jalen Suggs hasn't been around. They've been the most injury riddled team in the whole NBA. And remember, I think when they first got injured, they were like a top. You think y'all were?
Nah, I would say the Mavericks. I think that's been the most injury riddled team.
No, the Mavericks got hurt towards the end of the year, though. Orlando been hurt since the beginning. Remember, really Paolo went down first, and then right after Paolo went down, France is cooking. Then France went down. Then Jalen Suggs is cooking. Then he went down, and he's still not back.
All I'm saying is the Mavericks at one time only had 7 players on the roster. So
that's one game, though. That's one game. I'm saying
multiple games where it was only 8 players playing.
That's multiple games. That's what I'm saying. But Magic been hurt for I ain't talking about Irving. I'm talking about the Orlando. They've been hurt for a minute. But anyways, Orlando Magic. So I feel like, yes, they are a play-in team, but they're not really a play-in team. Now, I'm going to pick the Celtics to win this series, though, in 7. I know, like in 7. When I hear my other prediction, I'm like, dang, Joe, you got them at 7, but not this. I got them going 7 games because Dave said it. Jaylen Brown's hurt. Jaylen Brown's hurt right now. He's playing. So there's an option. They might not even play him in some of these games in the series. So that's a conversation right now. I do think he will play, but he's dealing with an injury. And also the Celtics, they are 3 point relying on. And Orlando Magic, like I said, if they threes are not falling, it's going to be tough for the Boston Celtics to score on this Orlando Magic defense. Plus, the size. They match up well with Boston with their size. But at the end of the day, the Orlando Magic offense, it just doesn't match what the Celtics bring to the table. But I do think they're going to fight them hard through this series, and the Celtics going to win at home in Game 7. But Orlando, it's going to be a good year for y'all because next year y'all going to turn up.
So I'm looking at the regular season, and a lot of people say it's the playoffs. We don't really care about the regular season. You know, they play 82 games. Some people take games off. You got to deal with the injuries. Orlando won that regular season 2-1. So they coming into this game like, hey, we not scared of the big bad wolf. We do know that the Celtics won. They the reigning finals champion, and they got all of this in the third. But we got Paolo and some youngers who had to prove something. And just like how the Knicks was last year when they were getting into the playoffs and they were getting to the swing of things and they were making their defensive runs and coming back on teams and making their presence known, I think this Orlando Magic team is going to do the same thing. However, and I'm going to say my prediction right now, I'm with you, Dave. I think the Celtics going to win this one in 6. I wouldn't be mad if it goes 7 because, like J-Mo said in his super chat, the playoffs are going to be electrifying because of how these matchups and how everybody has just fell to these opponents. But I think Boston is just going. They have that historical presence. You know, they have that. They have that we've been here before mantra that they can go with. There's like these key moments in games that the Magic probably are not used to seeing in playoff atmosphere. The Celtics are going to have that, along with. It's going to come down to some things with coaching. You know, playoff games is not all about the matchup sometimes. Sometimes it can literally just come down to 1 or 2 key moments from your coach. And I think Boston is going to get them there. Orlando, Joe, I think if it do go 7, Orlando might steal it. But I got it going 6 because this is Jason Tatum's moment. We named everybody but him. This is his time. Remember last playoff run, it was all about Jaylen Brown. Now Jaylen Brown isn't here to start this playoff series. Here you go. Put your stamp on the team. Let everybody know that, look, I relaxed. I was being a good teammate. We won. But now it's time for me to step up. Let's see if Jaylen Brown can do the same thing on the back end when he comes back. Be the good teammate so we can get back to the finals and probably make it a back-to-back.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown's the best. He's going to play. It's just that he's injured, so he's going to be hobbled. He's going to be out there, but they might not play him as much as they are used to playing him. He may play 30 minutes, maybe 28, 27 minutes. Who knows? It all depends on how the game goes, more than likely. But if they go 7, I might be with you. I might go ahead and pick Orlando if they go 7.
Really?
I might, because that's tough.
In Boston? Defending champions? That's why I think Game 7.
It shouldn't get there.
I mean, it can though.
It can.
I mean, we took the Warriors Game 7, and look what happened.
I mean, y'all were the home team, so
that's even worse. They not even the home team; they're the away team.
Actually, you know what? That's another team. I should give y'all props, Joe. My bad. Y'all was another young team that had to prove it in the playoffs too. So yeah, going up against a juggernaut. So yeah, my bad, Joe.
It's okay. We didn't prove it, so it's fine.
Y'all showed the world that you were capable of being a playoff team. You showed them that you're good enough to be a top seed in the West
for that year.
Yeah, you know the coach.
Yeah, until we lost to the Pelicans 6 times a year. I think it's cool.
That might be why Mike Brown's still looking for a job, but that's not here nor there. That's not here nor there. We're talking about teams that's in the playoffs right now. Y'all in the play-in. That's what you told me.
The difference.
Yeah. So now we're gonna stop playing in and move on to the next 2 to 7 seed, where we got Houston. And Dave, I think you was a year too early with this team on the predictions, but they here now versus the Golden State Warriors. Y'all already know who I'm picking in this series.
Yeah, we know who you picking. That's easy.
The Warriors.
I don't know. Okay.
They just not gonna make the finals. Remember, Draymond's words were, "I guarantee we will win the finals." So they gotta get put out at some point, just not right now. So look, I know you're here to say that. Grow up, Carl. I just gave you a shout out, and you're gonna do that. Never fails with this HOA. But I'm going with the Warriors on this one, and it's kind of like the piggyback off of the same thing I said about the Magic. It's another young team going up against a team who got a lot to prove. I know I said a lot. I know I had a lot to say about what Draymond said about them winning the finals, but once they got Jimmy Butler, you can clearly see that this team did get better. I was fighting back in that episode, but you can clearly see that this Warrior team is playing better once Jimmy Butler is out there. Now, Draymond's still gonna be Draymond at times, and even watching that game last night, just like, bruh, grow up, bro. Like you just gotta let it go. And you could see Jimmy Butler in them. He fit right in with the team. He kind of like look at Draymond sometimes and just be like, bro, he's just gonna be himself. Let's go down here and make another play. And that's exactly what they're gonna do. Now, this Rockets team is not gonna go down without a fight, though. I will say that. They definitely not gonna go down without a fight. These youngins are here to make their name. But just like Joe said when they played the Kings, I think y'all lost in 7. I got them losing in 6, though. I got the Warriors winning 4-2.
So look, although Draymond Green, he have his antics. Draymond Green had some great moments defensively and his screen setting on getting stuff wide open. I know that's so basic, but it happened. All right. But I'm gonna go with the Warriors also. I'm gonna pick the Warriors in 6. And I understand Houston fans are probably like, come on, y'all underestimating us. But here's my issue. Well, first of all, Houston and the Warriors all season, they played close games, basically. It's been a close game. It's been a battle. We all saw what happened last game when Steph only scored 3 points. That was the Warriors' worst game. And Jimmy Butler was there, you know what I mean? So, but the Warriors have kind of owned the Rockets in the past recent years. And that's including playoffs. And obviously, it's a different Rockets team. This Rockets team reminds a lot. I can see this Rockets team physicality going to a different level. Like we saw Boston when Udoka was there his first year. We look at that Boston team. Yes, they had Jason Tatum. Yes, they had Jaylen Brown. But those guys, they weren't really playing at an elite level. It was a team effort, really. When you look back at that playoff run, it was a team effort. It went until the Celtics went down to the Bucks 3-2, and Jason Tatum went crazy in Milwaukee. He had like 45 points. How many points he had? But he had a superstar moment. But outside of that, it was tough. We're gonna be physical. We're gonna up the physicality. Yeah, we're gonna foul you. They might not call all of them, but we're gonna make you earn everything. They made KD earn everything. They made Giannis earn everything. So I think we will see that Houston team. But the difference is the Warriors embrace physicality. They do. I mean, they're a championship team. They're like, to beat the Warriors, you will have to have a guy who's smarter than Steph, like a LeBron, or you just have to be much better. And do I think they are much better? No, because offensively they're handicapped. They really are. Their best scorer is Jalen Green. Do I think Jalen Green is going to not say carry, but have moments in his playoffs multiple times when he can win them games over Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler? No. We saw playoff Jimmy yesterday. We had a glimpse of it. Jimmy Butler is not just a scorer, y'all. Jimmy Butler does everything. He's the superstar you want because before he became a superstar, he was that defender, rebounder. He did all the dirty stuff, and he became a superstar while doing that. And he still does it as a superstar. So, and the one thing I like about Jimmy Butler, he's taking the back seat willingly. He's saying that, yo, I'm cool with being Robin. I got Batman, Steph Curry. When he said that, I'm like, yo, that's what you want. They both had 38. He was probably the man. Steph Curry took more shots. Steph Curry wasn't really the 38. Really didn't tell the game for real. Like he wasn't playing well until like the end of the game. But Jimmy Butler kept him afloat the whole game, literally. So do I think that Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry is going to lose to this Houston team? No. And just like Tomo, I'm picking them to win in 6.
Now, Joe. Come on, man. Now, Joe, I'm going to have some kind of beef with you because I heard you say this word about Jimmy Butler just now, and I argued this down last year. We waited till he get to the Warriors to call him a superstar. Did you hear yourself say that? Ooh, you literally just said that 3 times. You repeated yourself.
You know what, Dave? You're right. Maybe I use that term too loosely. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say superstar. You know what? Jimmy Butler has superstar moments. You know what I mean?
In the playoffs, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, and I would give you that. In the playoffs, he's a superstar. You know what I mean? You know what? He a superstar, Dave. I'm gonna concede right now. He a superstar. Go ahead.
No.
Can't believe this. I
He said,
was
"Hey, he
arguing
did a
this
good catch."
down last year, saying he was a superstar because he does it when it needs to at most. And now all of a sudden, man, I can't believe this.
Nah, you got it, Dave.
Guess what,
I
though?
remember that debate too. That's why this is funny.
It was mainly Vaughn. I don't think it was really me, right? It was really Vaughn.
No, I want you. I want you. I want you.
Oh, I probably put my 2
It was.
cents.
It was. I think it was Vaughn and Blaze. I think that's who it was. More than likely. But look.
We clipped out though.
But look. Y'all know who I'm picking. Just because he now with Miami Heat no more than mean I'm going against playoff Jimmy. Like Joe said, we got a glimpse of playoff Jimmy last night. The man had 38 last night. That's his highest scoring game since he's been with the Warriors. What has been his highest scoring games with the Miami Heat in the playoffs? He had a triple-double in the 2020 bubble finals when he didn't have a healthy Bam. Dragic was hurt, and Tyler Hero got clamped. So this is what Jimmy does in the playoffs. He steps up when you need him to the most. This is what Jimmy Butler plays for. This is why I disagree with some of the Miami Heat Nation that said they would be willing to get rid of Jimmy because he don't play in the regular season. I don't care about the regular season. When it comes to playing in playoff time, that's when Jimmy steps up the most. That's when he does his business. That's when you need him the most. I get it. We want to get higher seeds, and yes, I don't want to be in a playing tournament every single season. But look, Jimmy Butler ain't there. We in the playing tournament now. So I would rather be in the playing tournament with Jimmy than without him. I'm just saying.
Speak, Dave.
Look,
Let me tell you something.
the Warriors are going to win this series. Jimmy Butler is going to go crazy. That's what's going to happen. Him and Steph. This is a better tandem for Steph than when he had Klay Thompson. I understand that Klay Thompson was a shooter, but Jimmy is going to play tough defense and he's going to play physical offense. He's not just going to shoot threes. He's going to facilitate as well, and he's going to get to the paint. He's going to make sure that he's going to get the other team in foul trouble. And Houston plays great defensively. Amin Thompson is a really great defender. I believe he's going to be first team all defense this year. This team is a top 5 defensive team in the Houston Rockets, and I love this young team. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think that they're going to be able to beat Jimmy Butler and Steph. This is a nasty matchup for them. Now, if they were playing maybe the Grizzlies, I would give them an opportunity to win this because the Grizzlies just can't beat a top team at all. So if the Grizzlies somehow advance to get the 8th seed, that might be the other team I picked to get swept in the first round. I'm just telling you right now because I don't think they're going to be able to beat a top team. They can't beat them. I think the last time they beat a team over 500 was what, back in like February?
Miami?
Nah, what Miami? We not 500.
No. Who are you talking about? I'm sorry.
The Grizzlies.
Oh, Memphis. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So I really believe that Jimmy Butler is poised to make another run this year especially with Steph. This is the best teammate he's had in his career. I know he had Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid ain't Steph. Jimmy Butler.
All right, I'm sorry. Carl said forget UMD.
We might get a Tyler Hero versus Trae Young matchup. Go ahead, Dave. Woo!
I'm just saying. But Jimmy gonna do his thing. Jimmy gonna do it. I trust Jimmy when it comes to the playoffs.
Jimmy got so
but I'm going to give the Rockets a little bit of go. I got the Warriors in 7. I think this goes 7 games.
Yeah, I do want to get the Rockets, like Dave said. The Rockets, man, I don't want to make it seem like that we're just like disrespecting the Rockets. You know,
this is a really great defensive team. You got Dylan Brooks over there, Fred VanVleet. You got Steven Adams that's there as well. You still got Alfred Sengun. This is a really good defensive team over there in Houston.
And the numbers will tell you that they are better, or they have a higher offensive rating than the Warriors and a higher defensive rating. So I know people say you worry about the offense, but they have a higher offensive rating. That's the regular season. There's a difference in the playoffs. You're getting scouted game by game. It's like a chess match. Now Udoka, tough nose, great. You know what I mean? Steve Kerr. I mean, one thing that's good about Steve Kerr, he knows how to make adjustments from game to game. He's a great playoff coach. I gotta give him props for that. You know what I mean? So whatever weakness Jalen Green has, whatever weakness all these other guys have, Sengun, they're going to get exposed this series. They're gonna have to adjust fast. And that's why I'm picking 6 games, because the Warriors, they've been here, done that. And not just the Warriors, Jimmy Butler too. Jimmy Butler, he's hungry for his first ring. And you think Steph ain't trying to get the 5 before LeBron? Imagine that. That would be crazy.
Now, that I want to piggyback off of what you said about Kerr. Because outside of Kerr, even though Draymond antics, now you got Draymond and Jimmy Butler, who are also going to help inside with that defense too. So you got to think they're going to be focused in too. So that is another thing that's going to work against the Rockets. I don't see, to say that the Warriors going to win in 6, I don't see the disrespect in that. If I was a Rockets fan, I can understand. I would be pushing back. But you giving them 2 games. I mean, somebody could have came on here and said y'all get swept. Now that's disrespectful. To just sit up here and say that the Warriors is gonna sweep y'all, or maybe gentlemen sweep 6-7. That's respectable. I don't see why they would take it any other way.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go 7 because I think Jalen Green will at least have 2 games where he plays really good basketball, and he gives them because you need that from your superstar. Your superstar supposed to at least get you 2 games, and the team gets you the rest. So I think Jalen Green will be able to do that. It's just I don't see anyone else being able to step up offensively to get them over the hump.
Yeah, I think 4 games are going to be close, like down to the wire, and they each are going to have a blowout. I think that's what's going to happen.
Each of
Warriors, bro, they be getting blown out, bro. They do.
They do.
I remember Memphis beat them by like 40 without John Morant. They get a championship.
Whoop that.
Hey, y'all tripping, but I ain't gonna lie. That celebration's lit though.
We said that.
Y'all said, I know, like y'all said, it's the wrong guy doing it, but that's your tight. I was like, oh, that's light. I like that. That was good.
But just imagine though, if that was like a 40-foot 3 from like, let's say Ja didn't have those situations, that 40-foot 3 to close the game, and all you hear is bang, and then you just do that. Oh,
that'll be lit, but I'll be so tight.
I do think that there's a matchup in this series that we don't talk about as much, and that is the coaching matchup with Udoka and Steve Kerr. I think that's going to be a heck of a coaching matchup because Udoka has been to the finals, and remember, he went to the finals. He won against Steve Kerr in the finals. This is going to be interesting to see.
Fred was a part of a team that beat the Warriors too, so that's another thing there.
It's going to be interesting.
Udoka is going to impose his will on not on the Warriors, but they're going to be physical. But the Warriors embrace that. That's like, this is a bad match. If they would have played another team like Minnesota or like you know what I mean? Like another
the Nuggets,
team,
if they played the Nuggets, I think they beat the Nuggets.
Yes, I think they beat the Nuggets.
You know, I think they could. You know, we will visit that and we get to there. You know. Yeah.
Oh, the Warriors lose? Oh my goodness. Pat Riley and me gonna have a party. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We both gonna be like, y'all thought, yeah. We gonna have to wake up for that one. But it's funny call popped up because we gotta talk about it right now.
Woo!
Now, this New York Knicks team, they made trades happen in the offseason. They went and got Cat, and everybody was like, well, we're gonna see how this works out. And you know, the Timberwolves will talk about them on the second half of this topic. But they're here now. They have a running record of saying they can't be the top team in the NBA. Like, they just can't win against good teams. Some people would say the Pistons weren't a good team for decades, but now they're here. And they're letting people know that Cade, fade. Some people say Knicks in 4. But I'm going to tell y'all my prediction right after I hear from Joe. Joe, what you got with this New York Knicks versus this Pistons? I want to hear nice things about my HOA member now.
Now, I'm assuming you didn't watch on Fade, which I hope you didn't watch on Fade because I made my predictions on there good. All right.
Nope, we here. This is all new.
All right. First of all, I do want to give a shout out to Carl, though, because they were the worst team in the NBA for like 3 years combined. Like I said on Upphase, they were giving out free batches of wings just for a win. Not free coffee, not popcorn, and a hot dog. We talking about a batch of wings just for a dub. That's how bad they were last year. So I want to give Carl props for jumping from that in 1 year to being in the playoffs, not the play-in like we are, but in Davis, but the playoffs. So shout out to the Detroit Pistons. But give me the Knicks, man. I'm gonna go. Oh snap! I forgot you got word at the same time. Give me the Knicks, all right? Give me the Knicks. Sorry, this is why I'm picking this. This is no shade to the Detroit Pistons. I think every single game in this series, except for maybe one, is going to go down to the wire. It's going to go down to free throws, like the foul game. Every game except for probably one. I think the Detroit Pistons are going to play these dudes hard. But give me the Knicks in 5, y'all. I know. Not 6, not 7, but 5. But it's going to be a hard-fought 5. Now, you might look at like 4-1. They got smoked. No, it's going to be a close 5. So, this is why I'm picking the Knicks. Number one, they just have experience. Detroit has 0 experience. Knicks have experience. They got to the second round 2 years in a row. Brunson had been to the Western Conference Finals before he went to the Knicks. You know what I mean? So they have the experience. Even the coaches have experience, right? The Cavs went to the second round last year, whatever. But Tom Thibodeau, he's been in the game for a while. So the Knicks just is our more experienced team. Jalen Brunson is a different dude in the playoffs. I get it. Thompson twin, he's gonna do his thing and try to guard him. I get it. But Brunson is just different. He is. I mean, when I watched Brunson against Philly last year, I thought I was watching Allen Iverson. I thought he had number 3 on the back of his jersey. That's Tomo guy right there. I thought he had a star on his chest, with the 76ers on it. But it was Jalen Brunson. That's how good he is in the playoffs. He can get to that level. So, like I said on our phase, my X factor for the New York Knicks is Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns averaged 24 points a game against his team. And a lot of people say that Cat is soft, right? He's soft. And in the bad boy Pistons, they got Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duran. They got tough guys to guard Cat. But those guys can't guard on the perimeter. They're not elite perimeter defenders. Now, you want to post me up? I got you there. But if I bring you out to the three-point line, they can't handle Cat. So I think Cat might be the best player in the series. He just might do that. Might be the best player. Might average more points than Jalen Brunson in the series. But if not, he's going to have a good series, in my opinion. I think he will be the difference maker. All right. Also, what I'm worried about with Detroit, like I said on our phase, is Cade. All the responsibility Cade is asked to do for this team. Cade is asked to do almost everything. If I look at Detroit, I know Vaughn said this in the comment section on phase, right? Outside of Cade, who are their true bucket getters? Think about it. Like,
the only other scorer for Malik Beasley. But
Malik Beasley's a shooter. He ain't no scorer for real.
That's why he's a shooter.
Yeah, he's a shooter. You know what I mean? So, like, everything is created through Cade a lot. And then you get Dennis Schroeder off the bench. The thing about Dennis Schroeder, I mean, one day I look at Dennis Schroeder and he could look like a potential all-star. Then and like 3 days in a row, he looked like a Dennis Schroeder. Like he looked like a regular dude off the bench. Like, you know what I mean? So he can probably have a good game and get done that. But Cade creates everything for him. This being his first playoff series, just like I said about the last matchup with Houston Rockets, Cade is going to have to adjust. He's going to have to adjust to the different schemes or different defensive formulas that they're going to throw at him from game to game. They're going to make him more of a jump shooter this series. Now, I'm not saying he can't shoot, but his game is not settling for jump shots. They're going to make him set up for more jump shots this series, in my opinion. They're going to make it tough for him. And my X factors for Detroit is 2 people. You mentioned one of them, Dave, Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. Can they cash out? Can they? J-Mo in the comments, he know. The reason why I respect Luka so much is because y'all know how I feel about the Clippers. Clippers and Suns segment. You know that. The time you were there. And Tomo y'all warned me, Joe. He gonna get hurt, bro. Tomo warned me, and he got hurt in the first game after winning and was out for the rest of the playoffs. Tomo, you told me you warned me, all right? I might go back in that trick this year. But anyways, when I watched him play against Luka, Luka was cooking. Not just Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr. and them both making every single three. I'm like, bro, it can't miss nothing. So I see Tim Hardaway cash out in the playoffs. Malik Beasley, can he cash out in the playoffs? So if those two can be consistent on a three-point shooting, that would be a big thing for the Detroit Pistons. But if them dudes go cold, it's gonna be cold. Hey, Tomo, go ahead. It gets
so cold in the deep. How are we supposed to keep Pete? My bad.
Hey, you gotta go back to me posting that in the chat, all right? But anyways, give me the Knicks in 5 and a close 5. And Carl, this is not a shot, bro. Like, I respect y'all, but y'all just don't have the experience. In the Knicks, they do, and they got Brunson. So, and lastly, for the Detroit Pistons to win the series, Kay Cunningham will have to outplay Jalen Brunson. He will have to be the best player in the series for them to win. Do I think he should average the most points? No. But he will have to be the best player. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right? So, but give me the Knicks, though.
I got the Knicks too, but I got the Knicks in 6. Okay. I think K, Malik Beasley, and Asar Thompson can at least get them 2 games. I think they can at least get 2 games, and it might not even be 2 home games. It might be a random game on the road. They might win game 2 on the road and then win game 4 at home. Who knows? But I really believe that the Knicks will win the series. Knicks won the series 3-1 in the regular season. This is the first playoff series for the Orlando Magic 2019. They have an NBA long 14-game playoff losing streak. So they have to win at least a playoff game. I believe that that's what's going to happen. How's it smoke with me? I said in 6. Dang.
And also, I know you said Orlando Magic, but you meant Knicks.
Yeah. So won a series 3-1. Yes, I meant to say the Pistons won the series 3-1. So this is kind of sort of like how Tomo was talking about the Orlando Magic versus the Boston Celtics, because Orlando Magic won that series 2-1. Pistons won this 3-1. I believe that Cat, like Joe said, Cat and Jalen Brunson, but I'm also looking at OG Anunoby. I believe he's going to have one random game where he goes for like 28 points or something like that. I just believe I just have a feeling it's going to happen. I don't think Mikal Bridges is going to be able to do that, although the man he's pretty much Iron Man. The man plays 82 games almost guaranteed every single season. And one thing one key factor that I think that might ruin the Knicks if they lose this series is Tom Thibodeau. What does he do with his players all the time? He runs them on the floor 35, 38, 40 minutes a game. And I think that may be a reason to why it might come to cost him. Josh Hart, we know he leads guards and rebounds in the NBA. But the Pistons have played well enough to be where they are right now. Like I said, they last year they were one of the worst teams in the NBA, and now they're the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, which is a really big win for them. JB Bickerstaff has his team ready, and I think his experience as a head coach, being as though he was here in the playoffs with the Cleveland Cavaliers just recently, I think this gives them. I think that helps them get at least 2 games in the series.
I do. Well, Tom, you gotta go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, because I was just gonna say, Bodega Cat might pay you back. Pistons in 6.
Ooh.
Brunson, what up, done? You done, son. Pistons in 6.
Okay.
Because Y'all not about to
Okay.
sit up here and tell me about a team that can't beat any top contenders in the NBA is about to find a way to beat the Pistons because they coming off of a few years of being a bad team. You understand? JB Biggerstaff was the Cavs coach last year that beat that same Knicks team, or they went up against the Knicks, so he kind of know what Tom Thibodeau gonna do. And he like, I know you like to run your guys into the ground. You kind of like a 96 Ford owner, so you gonna run it down to the transmission can't go no more. And once y'all get to slipping, we gonna upgrade the Pistons and we gonna make this thing work. Because that's what's about to happen. I got the Pistons winning this playoff series. Y'all can call me crazy. And if it don't happen and they end up getting swept, I have fun in this segment. But at the end of the day, I just don't. The Knicks, I hate to say it. Joe, I know you backstage, but let me ask you this. The Cowboys were a higher seed than the Green Bay Packers when they played them in the playoffs, right?
Oh man, yeah.
When the Green Bay Packers showed up in Dallas, what happened?
They got smoked.
That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you underestimate these teams and these youngins come in here and they do something that you weren't ready for. And I think that's what's about to happen with this Knicks team. That Villanova 3, Villanova 4, I don't know, but you got 4 Bridges in New York that they talk about all the time. And Michael Bridges is going to be trying to find the closest one after this series is over. Carl, you got my backing on this one, brother.
Now look,
I wouldn't be mad at this because the Pistons is the team I say could be scary in the East.
that's
It's
true. I
just-
was surprised you picked
You want to know another reason why I picked the Knicks over them?
why?
Did y'all forget that Drake was in Kay Cunningham's locker
Oh, my
taking a
goodness.
picture there? Drake the curse. Come on now. I'm not picking against that.
I mean,
Drake-
Drake
whenever
also
Drake-
better
When
on
he
the
bets,
Warriors
it's
to win
different.
championship.
It's when he bets. When he represents your team, it's not a good. It's not.
I
a
mean,
good
he
sign.
said the Warriors they practice in his backyard,
Hey,
and they
Yeah.
won a championship.
yeah. Who calling that phone?
I don't know. That's the Warriors, though. This is the
Look.
Pistons. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think that I think that curse is real. So you got Drake in the locker room, and Carl already don't like it. Carl was upset when he saw it. So
That was the line was crazy, so that's why.
Yeah,
I
that was wild.
That was a
wild.
crazy line.
But I do want to say this, Tomo. I mean, I guess you Cowboys and Packers comparison. Now you asked me if this was what March Madness, I might go with Detroit. But it's a 7-game series. It's different. 7-game series, y'all beat Packers. I know you know right now. Y'all Packers team, y'all played 7 games, and they say
feel
all y'all
better
were healthy
now.
all 7 games. Y'all win. Because y'all
I
is a
feel
better team in football. Now, Dave, one thing I do disagree with the Thibodeau thing. Tom Thibodeau method is actually good for the playoffs. Because in the playoffs, you shrink your roster and they play more minutes. I know you mentioned that he could be the
he
Achilles
does
heel.
that all season, though.
No,
That
no.
would be okay if he only did it during the playoffs, but he does it all season, and it hasn't worked for him since he's been a head coach. Remember Chicago ran him down. They didn't get healthy. Derrick Rose ended up getting hurt because he kept playing too many minutes.
No,
And then I'm not saying that's the exact reason. I just let me go ahead, Joe. Let me go. Then with the Knicks, what happened? They keep questioning why does Tom Thibodeau keep playing them that much? Happened then. Didn't he do it in Minnesota too when Jimmy Butler and them was there? They kept playing them too much. Then there was a problem for them in the playoffs. I'm just saying, it becomes a thing. It becomes a thing when you play them entirely too much and you don't rely on your bench as much. You don't get them any kind of rest during the games. They playing 38, 39, 40 minutes per game in a regular season. And not all of them playing 82 games, but you playing 65 games and everybody averaging 35 plus points, 35 plus minutes. It comes to hurt him sometime in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
I'm with you. But every time he lost, except for last year, and Brunson didn't get hurt. But like every time he lost, he lost to the better team. Point blank.
Yeah, but they were also gassed. If you looked at it, they were gassed. When
they were gassed when they lost to
they lost to us, they were.
To y'all?
I believe that they were. I mean, I know Jimmy
was just trash.
Jimmy did his thing, but
Julius Randle was bad when he played, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all were just a better team. Y'all were a better team. D Rose, I mean, he lost to Miami Heat. I mean, what do want to do?
Was Tibbs there when they lost to the Wizards?
Yes.
Who?
The Bulls. He was a head coach when they lost to the
Yes, he was.
Wizards in the playoffs.
We beat the
When we
Wizards.
started our playoff run, we was
Yes, he
you
was.
know that's when young Jimmy was out
Yes, he
there when
was.
he was like Patrick Beverly
Yes, he
in
was
the
there.
league.
D Rose was there too.
D Rose was hurt, but still,
I
but
mean,
that
it's not like
adds
D-Rose.
more to it though. He was hurt. You see what
No,
I'm
D
saying?
Rose had a free injury though. That was crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Like he just got hurt out of nowhere. Like I don't think it had
Yeah.
nothing to do with it, like him playing a lot.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
Like,
He
it's
did play a lot though,
He
but
did. He did.
so the reason why I push back Dave because now if you're saying I'm with you, if you're saying because you said he can, meaning like if he plays a lot of minutes on them, he can lose a series. But if
Mhm.
you're saying that because he played a lot of minutes, it's going to catch up to him in the playoffs and it's going to lose him a series. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, like I'm saying, if he didn't do this in the regular season and he didn't play them all those minutes, then that would be fine because you don't want to play your entire bench in the playoffs. You want to play 6 to 8 players. That's kind of what you want. 9 is maybe the max. That's as much as you want to play. But you're doing that throughout the regular season and
literally the whole season.
always through the playoffs, it's gonna catch up to him.
Bro, you know it's wild when Mikal Bridges, who never missed a game,
there
come
you
to him
go.
like, hey, bro. It's y'all the time. K discuss player trades, how they got paid. Nixon. I would have loved to see the Knicks. Sorry, the Pistons and the Pacers first round.
Man.
Oh, that would have been electrifying.
Oh my gosh.
It would have been. But K got hurt at the wrong time, and then they lost a couple games. So
Yeah,
Y'all been so good.
it made them dip.
they dipped.
Baby, dip.
Okay, Dave. I mean, summertime coming.
Well, I mean, that's true. That's true. And we heard what they had to say about LeBron when he was shooting with his shirt off. They said he was unprofessional. And now look, he up here going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shout out to Isaiah Thomas.
man, that was
No, shout out. He need to be put in the doghouse for that statement. That's what he needs to do.
For real.
nah, for real. And then right after that, you see Aaron Gordon doing the same thing. He's like, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Y'all only focus on what y'all want to focus on. And that's why Jordan said you can't come to us. Never mind. I said you can't get on that Olympic team, but I just gave the Pistons some praise. I'm not going down one of the greatest Pistons ever. But Lakers, Timberwolves. Now they running back this clip from that I forgot the name of the show on Netflix, that documentary where LeBron was talking about if I ever run into somebody that want to outplay me, you know, that's when I probably gonna hang it up. And then they show Aunt El was saying, I want all the smoke basically. And here you go. You want all the smoke. You want to check LeBron. You got Luka for the rematch because Luka is the same guy that put you out with the Mavericks last year to go on to the finals. Here you go. Now, Joe. Did Joe start the last one? I think Dave started.
That's fine.
No, I'm gonna go with Dave. I'm gonna go with Dave on this one. I know you want to talk about the Lakers, but you did unfazed. You heard enough about the Lakers already and the Timberwolves. So we're gonna start with Dave on this one. Dave, who you got winning?
Lakers.
Oh, damn. That was quick.
That was quick. Woo.
Yeah, man. I got the Lakers winning this in 5. I got the Lakers winning this in 5. I think Luka is going to play angry. I think Luka has a lot to show because what's been the talk lately? The talk lately has been Nico talking about he compared the Luka trade to Monte Ellis and Andrew Bogut. I can't believe this. Monte Ellis? Nico, just be quiet, man. Just this is a time while I will say just be quiet and just do your job. Because whenever you talk, it don't work out for you. I understand you doubling down, you tripling down, quadrupling down on what you're saying about the trade, but just stop.
Stop the cap.
Because now Dirk don't like the organization because of what you're doing. Dirk is questioning the organization because you're doing this. And you had a closed presser that was forced by Joe Dumars. I believe that's what I saw. But
yeah, that's what you saw.
Lakers got this. I think Luka got a lot to prove. He was the biggest trade that we saw this year and one of the most shocking trades we've ever seen in NBA history. Luka has a lot to prove right now. Not to Not that he's not a great player, nothing like that. It's just that the fact that the team that he thought that he was going to stay with for the rest of his career gave up on him. The organization gave up on him. Not just the GM, ownership too. Ownership was fine with him being traded. I think he's going to take that out on Minnesota, and I think he's going to go. I think he might average 35 in the series. I think that's exactly how crazy he's going to play. And he got LeBron. This is the best teammate he's ever had, other than Kyrie, and they're going to go off. Austin Reeves has been playing very well lately. He's had a game where he put up 30. He had another game where he put up 45. I just think that the Lakers are primed to win the series. I don't think it's going to be that hard for them. And Anthony Edwards has issues sometimes playing in the clutch. And it's going to come down to that to a couple of in some games. And who do I trust more in the clutch? I trust Luka and LeBron. And that's what I feel like that's what's going to happen. I got the Lakers winning this easily. They might sweep them, but I got them winning this in 5.
Ooh, Joe, you can go last. Like I said, we heard you on our page. You can go last because my dummy bro is locked and steady, man. Because I don't got him in 5 though. I got him winning in 6. I'm gonna give Edwards at least one game. I'm gonna give him one more game than you because I could see it happening. I could see maybe LeBron or Luka having one of those off nights, but I don't know. I might talk myself into 5 because if they operating off of each other, if Luka's having an off night, then LeBron gonna go crazy because we all seen what happened when he went back to Dallas. LeBron said, "Oh, he on. Give him the ball. I don't care who out here. Give him the ball. I don't care what he doing. Luka, get him the ball." So I could see LeBron feeding off of that because that's what he's been doing most of his career with these other stars. He's like, well, if he on, I'm gonna chill in the corner, and vice versa. That's what made him and Kyrie so great because when Kyrie was having his showtime, he's like, everybody move. It's Kyrie's show. Get out the way, and Kyrie would find a way to get LeBron. Because he's like, I can get points anytime. I can do this because I'm the all-time leading scorer. That's just what LeBron be doing in his longevity career that he got. I don't want no Jordan fans in the comments going crazy because I just said that. All right, I acknowledge the longevity part about it. But there's also another person that you're talking about that's going to be playing angry, but they're not going to be playing. They're going to be coaching angry. Remember when JJ Redick first got this job? Everybody was like, he only got the job because, he's LeBron's homie. They did the podcast together. And now look at this team. The Lakers done went out and got him they had some it was a bumpy road at first. They didn't look as good as they look now. But of course, you add Luka and you replace AD. But JJ Redick got a lot to prove in this playoff series as well. Not just Luka saying, y'all kick me out. He proving to y'all that I could actually be an NBA head coach. His first press conference, he was letting you all know they was calling him arrogant and all this other stuff. But I think I talked myself into 5, Dave. I might be with you, man. It might be 5. It might be 5-1, man. I'm gonna go 5-1. I'm switching it. Minnesota gonna have to really dig their way out of this one. I still think that trade with them and the Knicks was even, but I think it just broke up the chemistry between Ant and Cat that they had, and they probably would have found a way to make this a more entertaining series to go to 7. But you got an angry Luka, you got an angry JJ, and you got a focus. Well, not even angry. I'm gonna say you got an angry Luka, you got a focused JJ Redick, and you got a LeBron who's tired of being disrespected. And Joe, you alluded to something earlier in the episode, and I think he's gonna hear that. That boy Steph can't get 5 before me, so I gotta make it happen. So yep, I'm going 5-1.
4-1.
Oh yeah, 4-1. My bad. I'm going
5
total. Yeah.
I got 5 on it.
Joe, I had that same song in my head. I was letting everybody get off. You can say the same thing.
I feel you, man. I heard that song after every touchdown last year.
You just be having the jerseys like hanging somewhere because, like, how do you be randomly just having them on? They be on call. Like when you bring a Kings and the Kings jersey just pop up out of nowhere, I got 5 on Burgundy just drop.
We're gonna have to go over there and hide them jerseys or something.
Yeah, man. Like, it was just out of nowhere. I'm like, what?
Facts. Honestly, it's a wipe in his face.
It's on call. That's funny. All right, man. Dave and Tomo, listen. Oh my gosh, I got Lakers, man. Lakers in 5. What am I going to say? Lakers. I got Lakers in 5, man. And like they said, they just might get swept. This is the best matchup for the Lakers in the first round, in my opinion. All right, out of all the teams from 1 through 6. If they would have played Denver, they would have played Warriors. Sorry, Warriors not 6. Sorry, if they played Denver. If they would have played Houston, Maybe I don't know. Maybe Houston. But if they would have played. Oh, yeah, no, about OKC. If they play anybody else, this is the perfect matchup for them. You know why? Number one, Rudy Gobert, the 4-time defensive player of the year. Ain't he 4-time, Dave? You know, right? Something like that. 4-time, 3 times, something like that. He's going to be a big mismatch. I think there's going to be a point in this series when he's going to be unplayable. If the Lakers roll out this lineup right here, y'all, Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and LeBron, get him out of there. Get Rudy out of there. Because Rudy, you know Bachata? Because you're going to have to learn that out of him the 3-point line. Come out here. Or else we're going to be like, hey, Rudy, I'm going to give you some merengue. Okay, I'm going to show you some merengue. And you're going to go right past him. So my thing is, Rudy's going to be unplayable. He just really is. Because on the island, he is terrible. He's only good defensively if he's stuck in the paint. And the Lakers aren't going to allow him to do that. You know J.J. Redick is not going to allow him to do that. Also, the Timberwolves, when they guarded Luka, they too small. We saw it last year. I remember watching, we got Jaden McDaniels. Great defender, but on Luka, no, he not. I remember when Luka played against the Suns, Mikal Bridges, great defender. No, he not.
Yeah,
Not on Luka. They too small. They just are. Anthony Edwards, you too small. Who they got over there? Let's be real. Julius Randle, not quick enough. I'm sorry. Step back in your grill every single time. If you put Julius Randle on Luka, who gonna guard LeBron? So my thing is, they just not big enough for Luka. Luka will torture these dudes. And to beat the Lakers, in my opinion, you have to be a very disciplined team. A team that's like the Warriors. A team that's going to pass, make that extra pass to the open guy. Because one thing about J.J. Redick, what I've noticed watching this team, defensively, they're very, very, very disciplined. They're very, very active with their hands, but they're undersized. But if you can move that ball, move that rock, and play smart, you can get some buckets on this Lakers team. But the Minnesota Timberwolves, I don't see that. And Anthony Edwards, to beat this team once again, you can't settle for threes like you've been all season for real. When I remember you watching you against the Denver Nuggets, when you went off, you weren't going off from three. You was looking like Michael Jordan. That's what we said right in the chat. You was going to the basket, hitting mid-range jumpers while being efficient. But when he settled for threes, you're bailing the team out. Now, obviously, there are going to be times when you are hot from three, and this is to your advantage. But it's a make or miss lead. If you're cold from three, you're not good. So that's that. And lastly, y'all, while I'm picking the Lakers, shout out to my boy Carl, and shout out to Dave. And shout out to Devin, too. Julius Randle. I'm sorry. Julius Randle, if he cannot be who he was in the past in the playoffs, they can give the Lakers some go. He's the X factor in the series. Julius Randle, his career field goal percentage is 47%. In the playoffs, 34%. His career three-point percentage, 33%. In the playoffs, 28%. He gets worse tremendously. I mean, I can't recognize him. I can't recognize him. So Julius Randle has to be better in the playoffs against his team because he's really a mismatch for real. But I don't think he will. So give me the Lakers in 5.
We got some NFL news. The Bears have extended linebacker TJ Edwards to a 2-year, $20 million deal. He was a successful free agent for Chicago, recording nearly 290 tackles, 6.5 sacks in 34 games winning the team.
Okay, can Chicago get good news twice today? Go ahead.
They losing right now.
Oh, what's this going?
Oh,
2018.
20 to 18.
2018. Okay.
2018. It's just the first quarter.
Yeah, okay. We still early. Let's get it. We can catch the rest of that game. Let's go.
All right, well, we're gonna catch the rest of the game. We got 2 more games.
Oh man, we got 2.
We got 2 more now. I think these 2 gonna be quick because one of them we gotta talk about. It's gonna be tough because we gotta talk about the Clippers versus the Nuggets.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
So we got
They all one in the comments, bro.
Ant-Man, handstand, Adrian Broner, the Cam, man. Lakers and 5.
Can't stand. They can't, man. Anybody can get it. He wild for that.
Hey, he had some quotables, but all right. So this Denver Nuggets team has, I would say, they've been hiking. They've been doing some mining. They've been trying to find their way. They done fired their head coach, Mike Malone, and now they got the interim head coach. But now they're going up against a Clippers team who said, we're going to leave LA, we're going to go down to Compton, and we're going to start making our own name because we got James and Kawhi. But can they really find a new balance is what I really want to figure out from you, Joe. How the Clippers going to lose this series?
Hey, Tomo, your bars are on point, bro. They've been mining. Okay, that was a bar.
I had a nap.
All right. How the Clippers gonna win this series in 6, maybe 5. Give me the Clippers. Yes, I'm back on the bandwagon. Kawhi's healthy. Give me the Clippers, unless it's SGA. Sorry, the Clippers. So first of all, the Nuggets. I mean, fire Mike Malone. The vibes are not there. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe the Nuggets are better when Jokic doesn't shoot the ball a lot, when he's a facilitator. I will never forget when we all picked between who going to win, the Nuggets or the Suns. I'm the only one on the panel picked the Nuggets. But it's not, I ain't trying to revisit old stuff. I picked the Nuggets. The Nuggets went up 2-0 on the Suns. They go to Phoenix. Jokic drops 50. They lose their first game in the series. And I'm like, wow. They are actually better when he's not having a 60-point triple-double and Westbrook turn the ball over on Mr. Wild player. That's not even on their blades. I'm sorry. But anyways, Jamal Murray. Everybody said Jamal Murray, the playoff Murray. Was he there last year? I get it. He had 2 game winners on AD, but look at the series. Was he really good? Look at the Timberwolves series. Anthony Edwards put him in the seatbelt. Jamal Murray is not the same, y'all. He's injury prone. He's coming off injury going into the series. The Clippers, we talked about Orlando. Let's talk about how good the Clippers. Now, they ain't not good as Orlando, but the Clippers are really good defensively. They're one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. A healthy Kawhi Leonard, y'all. It's not too many people on taking over him, including Jokic. Now, Jokic had a run. He did. So did Giannis. When I look at Jokic running, Giannis run, I'm like, okay, it was good, but it wasn't impressive. I mean, who do you beat along the way? Did you beat any juggernauts on the way? No, you didn't. So Kawhi Leonard, I trust him in the playoffs, y'all. I really do. A healthy Kawhi Leonard. Ty Lue, I mean, who that coach? Alderman, I don't know his first name. What's his first name? Alderman? Is that Rick Alderman's nephew? Is his son? I don't know. But a chess match with Ty Lue is not going to be good with this new head coach. And then lastly, the defensive schemes. I mean, how are they going to guard Kawhi? Who's going to guard Kawhi?
Aaron Gordon.
Who? Is that who?
Aaron.
You put Aaron Gordon on Kawhi Leonard.
I'm just okay.
One thing I learned about the Nuggets, right?
Chris Brown.
Brown? You mean Chris Brown?
Yeah, he going on tour. I keep going, Joe.
Nigga, $9 million on this tour. I heard about that. He making that go out. But anyways, his name is Chris Brown, though, too. That's funny. Chris Brown. But anyways, Kawhi Leonard, you put Eric. One thing I learned about the Nuggets defensively, y'all, is that Jokic is not really good protecting the rim. Let's start there. Aaron Gordon is a bailout guy for him on help side defense when it comes to protecting the rim. If you put Aaron Gordon on Kawhi Leonard, James Harden is gonna do great. He is. I mean, if anybody goes to the basket, I mean, it's gonna be a free lane. We get free ice cream for everybody. When Jokic's in the paint, because he ain't no rim protector. So put Aaron Gordon on Kawhi Leonard, which I don't think they would do. I don't think they would do that. They'll put maybe Watson on him. But that's still barbecue chicken. He's too small. So give me the Clippers in 5. I'm going to go 5. Yes. 5. Clippers in 5. I said 6, but moving to 5.
Dang.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on, Dave. All right, so Joe, if they would have never fired their head coach, I think you would have been thinking a little different. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I want to say 5, but I'm picking the Clippers.
And I think
Regardless.
I think when I said, are we going to find some new balance? I think this is the balance that the panel probably needed in order for the Clippers to actually probably win this series.
Hold on, real quick. Sorry, real quick. Zubac. Now he ain't gonna shut down Jokic, but he a big body. That's what you need for Jokic, a big body. That's probably the worst matchup for him in the league because nobody can stop Jokic. But Zubac is another big body who can bother him physically. So once again, I mean, I can't name a lot of things around the Jokic. Clippers in 5. I mean, that's all I gotta say. I can't. What wrong with Jokic?
It's some
Maury Povich, you know, you gotta think about that, man.
I guess.
Especially if you're not trying to curse, because you can go a route, but we can't say it on here. But
there you go.
Oh, I got you. Jokic, is that your chick? Clippers in 6. That's what Joe was basically trying to say. But no, you say Clippers in 5. I got the Clippers winning in 7.
I
got 7?
I don't know. 7.
I got this. 7.
I'm only from the bubble. Go ahead.
I'm only saying that because Joe picked 5 because Kawhi Leonard play anything over 6 games, it might get ugly. So this is also why I'm saying the Clippers might win it in 7 because I don't know what's going to happen with him. So I'm trying to give myself some leeway. But also all the turmoil and drama that was going on within the Denver Nuggets, just based upon how people was talking about how Russ was and he was getting all this love, and then players secretly doing this and that. And then, Joe, you said it also. Free ice cream for everybody. So James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, they're gonna try to make some things shake. Ty Lue is also gonna be. This is one of his moments. He's gonna be like, "Oh, y'all gonna put me up against this coach? I know he got some better players in the paint, but y'all gonna put me up against him? I definitely can scheme up some things for James and them. Watch what I do." And I think it goes 7. I can't give you too much more because again, I'm really just banking on. I don't know what the Nuggets are at this point. Like, it was just crazy to make the moves that they made at that point in the season going into the playoffs. And James Harden has been balling. Kawhi Leonard has been healthy. So I had to knock on some wood just to make sure he makes it through so I can get my pick right. But I'm going 7.
Sure. If James Harden just beat James Harden in the regular season, we'll be straight.
For those picking the Denver Nuggets, they have the 21st ranked defensive rating in the NBA. Don't you know you need a defense to be able to do something? We're actually up 14. It's 39-25.
Okay, my bad.
He got the ticker right there.
Yeah, get your math right, Carl.
Dang. Hit refresh.
I'll
ask. Yes, sir, it counts. Look, the Nuggets are a horrible defensive team. And they're worse when Jokic is not on the floor. The issue that has been with the Nuggets is that the Nuggets are nothing without Jokic. It's Jokic or bust.
No.
Jokic has to play amazing. And even then, that doesn't mean that they're going to win the series. I believe that he'll be able to win maybe. I think Jokic can get them 2 games. But that's it. I don't see it going 7. I think 6 is the max. The only thing.
Stay focused.
I love the refuse to lose family, bro. We all so petty. He said, "Now go look again." My man at work, bro.
I definitely was about to look again. Okay.
Oh,
right. But man, the Clippers are 16-4 over their last 20 games. Harden and Kawhi Leonard have both averaged at least about 24, 25 points per game. Kawhi Leonard has been balling since the All-Star break. I think the Clippers Joe, I might be with you. They might win this in 5. I might just switch it and go to 5 because I don't see what the Nuggets are going to do to stop Harden and Kawhi. Because right now we don't hear anything about Kawhi having any knee issues. At least last season, we heard that he might have some knee issues, but he was going to try and play anyway.
Now we knew.
I still think it was crazy for him to even try to play for the Olympics, knowing that the boy knee was bad. I was like, what is he thinking?
That was another one.
But I don't see the Nuggets winning this. I mean, they're one of two teams who fired their head coach right before the playoffs.
Mm.
The other one was the Grizzlies, and it's the Nuggets.
Yo, they're going crazy in the comment. Him and Ty. Hey, they competing now, bro. Him and Ty.
You can have the Joker play poker or be a stockbroker. Clippers is 6.
Be a stockbroker. I ain't even read it.
Clippers in 6. Oh yeah.
Clippers winning this, man. I don't see the Nuggets coming out of the series, man. I just don't see it. It's really Jokic or bust. Now I'll be surprisingly shocked if Russ comes in and plays a phenomenal game, because we've seen him do it. He did it with the Clippers. Remember with the Clippers, he had 2 or 3 games where he scored like 25 plus points. So it's possible. They did lose, but what I'm saying is it's possible if. And I think that's when Kawhi had got hurt too, right?
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
And Paul George wasn't there.
All I know is we ain't got to worry about Jokic being hurt. Jokic gonna be playing. So if Russ is able to come in and do that, then the Nuggets got a chance. But until then, I don't think so. I don't think so. I really believe that the Clippers are gonna win the series, and that's how it goes. Now, Carl, I apologize. Now you get your apology.
Accusations, false accusations.
It's payback from the bubble. Payback. We want focus. We got lemon pepper Lou, all that. You know what I mean? You got people grandparents dying in the bubble. They had to leave and stuff like that. I mean, it was just terrible. Doc Rivers. I mean, we ain't got him no more. That's how Lou.
Did they win 3 games?
They went 3-1. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Doc. He Doc and Mike Tomlin. They good for a certain amount of games.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
both only got 1 championship.
Mike got 2, right?
No, Mike got 1.
Dang.
Might get you 8 games.
Bill Cowell won that other one.
You're right.
Not him.
Doc get you 3. He check out. I'm
But
just
he
saying.
won the 2 Super Bowl. Dang, he won the 2 finals. Dang.
I'm just saying. And they both got some good press conferences. I'm just saying. Still, a fan's gonna kill me, but I'm just saying the comparison can be made.
Yeah, we got good press conference.
How many playoff games Mike Tomlin won since 2017?
Kawhi, Dubai, American Pie, Nuggets.
Oh, they really going at it now.
I know, right?
Oh man, he said thank you. All right, fellas, let's get ready to as we hit the home stretch. Ty's been here, and I know he about to go crazy in the comments. This is your moment. We got to talk about the Indiana Pacers. Hold on, Dave. So you got him in 5 or 6? The Clippers.
I'm gonna give him.
You got 6, right?
I'm gonna give him 6.
I said 7.
Oh, you said 7. Oh, I'm
7.
5, 6, 7. Okay.
I'm gonna give him 6. I'm gonna give him 6.
Oh, fella, I want to ask a question.
Huh?
I know there's stuff, you haven't really been settled, but it's another story. Y'all want TK Sweets on this too?
On this series?
On all the whole playoffs. Look at it last year.
Oh, we gonna tally up the series? Or are you trying to change the locker man? As soon as I catch up in the locker man, you know what I'm saying?
We can do both. I'm down for the get down. Down like a contract, Brown.
All right, I'm down like the stock market. Let's go.
I know Carl will get that. Whole Carl understands that. Down like a contract, Brown. Oh, he does. He said he was a fan of the show.
So we doing it.
I mean, I ducks no smoke when it comes to this. So let's get it.
So this is series, right? We tallying up each series, right?
Each series and tiebreaker will be, the series. How many wins?
For the most, we kind of in this first round we kind of agree all except for.
Nah, you picked Detroit.
I know I said outside of that one, but so then it's gonna have to come down to wins and losses, right?
Wins, losses, yeah.
Okay, I'm with it.
All right, let's get it. Let's go.
Get it.
All right, last series. Let's go. Now, think smart. Be smart in this last one.
Now you done threw it out there. He waited till we get to top team to be like
the closest one to me. In my opinion, this was the toughest one.
I still think it's the closest one, and the only way to introduce this one is to say, the Pacers with the Halliburton. I don't. This is what we feel right now because we got Milwaukee versus the Pacers, and I can't wait to see what they come up with in the comments as far as who gonna win and who they choose to pick to win.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe, the Pacers, Bucks. Who you got, man? Who you got? And just know, I'm
Woo.
taking notes.
First of all, like I give a shout out to I give a shout out to everybody. I give a shout out to Orlando Magic. I give a shout out to everybody, right? Except for the Lakers. I mean, they the third seed. Shout out to the Pacers, man. Shout out to Ty and the Pacers for doing anything. The Pacers are actually favorite in this series, by the way, y'all, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers got the best from last year, y'all. No Giannis. Now it's no Dame. Y'all know how I feel about Giannis in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Overrated. But give me the Bucks in 6. I'm sorry, Tom. Just have to. No, I get it. Y'all beat them last year. Giannis is hurt. Now Dame is hurt. But I'm not a huge fan of Giannis. I'm just not like in the playoffs. Like he hasn't really. I know he got a championship, but I feel like he hasn't overcome things that he should have overcame based on who he is. But at the same breath, I think that Giannis is the most underrated superstar in the NBA. I think he is. He don't get talked about like anybody else, but he's so consistent. Now, Giannis, I think he's going to have an historic playoff series, y'all. I mean, I'm talking about historic. The Pacers have nobody for this man. Nobody. In the last 2 years against the Pacers, Giannis has averaged 36 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists against this very team. And I think he would do something similar in this series. Probably better. Giannis is by far the best player in the series, by far. Now, Pacers have advantages. I get it. But we're going to get to that later. But the Bucks, right now going to the playoffs, they're on an 8-game winning streak. 8 games. Mm-hmm. Giannis played 6 out of the last 8 games. In those 6 games Giannis played going to the playoffs, he's averaging 32 points per game, shooting 61% from the field, 12 assists a game, 12 rebounds a game, and this is without Dame Lillard. Because what I've noticed without Dame Lillard, with Dame is a primary ball handler. He got the ball in his hand a lot. But since Dame's been out, Giannis been having the ball in his hand a whole lot more. And y'all know, Giannis already receives a lot of attention. But now with Dame off the court, Giannis receiving all the attention, and Giannis is doing a very better job in facilitating, finding the open guy, being more patient. And now look at the Bucks team from the past and the Bucks team right now. They actually have guys who are shooters. They have shooters before, but they got more bucket getters. They got Kyle Kuzma. They got KPJ. You know what I mean? They still got Brook Lopez. They still got Bobby Portis. They got Gary Trent Jr., right? I like Ryan Rollins, right? He playing good since Dame stepped in. But here's the thing, though. Giannis, right? Sorry. So now I already talk about that. My X factor in the series for the Bucks is KPJ, Kevin Porter Jr. Now, when Dame was healthy, Dame ran the pick and roll a lot with Giannis. But now with Dame being out, KPJ has filled in that role. They're being a pick and roll player. And I said it's on phase.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. You serious, and I don't want us to be laughing while you being serious. J-Mo funny as on the one. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
You can have Halliburton.
Say your hands dirty. I know one thing for sure.
Are they going to get each other? He got the Bucks and he got the Pacers. Oh snap! We got a battle in the comment section.
Yeah, Joe, you was serious, and I ain't want to bust out laughing. But bro, they won one, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, J-Mo, look, we on the same page. Giannis gonna go crazy, and KPJ is an X factor. Now look, the Pacers have advantages, obviously, right? This is how the Pacers could win, in my opinion. Number one, Rick Carlisle. I mean, obviously, Rick Carlisle, Doc Rivers. Who you picking? Rick Carlisle. All right, Rick Carlisle is a better coach than Doc Rivers. Rick Carlisle seems to overachieve with all his teams, while Doc Rivers seems to underachieve with all his teams. All right, so including the Boston Celtics who won the NBA Finals, who went 7 games with the Atlanta Hawks. Why? Anyways, all right. But so Tyrese Halliburton also can make this difficult for the Milwaukee Bucks. Brook Lopez is going to be on the court a lot. Guess what Tyrese Halliburton can do? Pick and roll, get Brook Lopez out on the island, like we're going to say, like we said about Rudy Gobert, and he can make him unplayable also, because Brook Lopez is a huge asset next to Giannis with his three-point shooting and shot blocking. Also, Siakam will be having mismatches all series. One thing about Siakam, he 6'10". He can shoot mid-range. He's very quick. He's fast, right? So there's not many guys in the Bucks who can really guard Siakam. Siakam is a superstar, but he's going to be a mismatch. He has to take advantage of those opportunities. And offensively, period, the Pacers could run them out the jump if they really wanted to. But I just think Giannis, he's on a revenge tour. I remember last time he got revenge, he swept that team. I mean, I remember that. I remember Miami beat them in the bubble, and Giannis swept them the next year and said, we don't play with our food. They don't shout at you. This is a point I'm trying to make with Ty and the Pacers. So Giannis is on get back right now. He gonna go crazy. Giannis might average like 38 games this series. So give me the Bucks in 6.
Joe, I'm with you. I'm going with the Bucks too. I got the Bucks in this series too. I got the Bucks winning this in 6 as well. Joe, you explained it all. Joe. Giannis is going to go crazy. KPJ has been playing very well as of late. Bobby Portis is back. You know, he was injured for a while. Bobby Portis is back. You still got Brook Lopez, who still, I mean, he's slow, but he can still get you some buckets, and he can still get you some blocks out there. This team is still really good. I understand how they look with not, and Dame is not going to be there for the first playoff series, but I don't think they need him. Giannis has been here before without having a superstar, and he's gotten them to a point where they could win a series. I think he can do that this time. I honestly, before, when I first saw this series, I automatically thought the Pacers because of what happened last year and, you know, how high of a scoring team this is, but the Bucks can go right there. I mean, Giannis can score right there with the best of them. You know who got the second most field goals made in the league? Giannis. The only person above him is SGA, who we know is going to be the MVP. But that's it. Everyone else is below him. And like you said, in the last 6 games, this man has averaged 32 points per game. Who on the Pacers is going to be able to stop Giannis? That's what I need to know. I don't think anyone's going to be able to stop him. Now, Halliburton, I don't think he's going to have a bad series either. I think Halliburton has played one of the most cleanest games all season long. He does not turn the ball over at all for real. So he plays a very clean game. He's efficient when it comes to what he does, and we know it's going to be some highlight of him throwing the alley-oop to Obi Toppin. But I think that the Bucks win this in 6. I really think so.
Let's get it.
Doc, stop clocks, miss hella shots, Pacers in 7. I'm going with y'all in the comments. I know Ty gonna be like, wait. I know Tom won't just pick us. Now, the only reason I'm picking them is for 2 reasons. Well, 2 reasons, not only 2 reasons. Doc Rivers' playoff history scares the mess out of me. Dame not being in the lineup for this playoff series, and Kyle Kuzma also being on that roster. So look, guys, I see what y'all saying about Giannis going crazy against this young Pacers team, but I believe that Halliburton and him being proficient throughout the regular season is going to carry over into the playoffs. They got an intro song now, is going crazy on all your social media, so I know he's going to run with that. I used it as a clip when he got crossed up by Bub Carrington, the best highlight of the Wizards season so far. We lost to the Pacers by like 40, by 68. I don't know. You want to do the lottery with the numbers, how much they beat us by?
59.
Come on, Dave. I said don't do it, and you still do it. You know, and I got 59 reasons. Joe, it's something about DC teams and anything over 55 since you won the last. But I got the Pacers taking this to 7. And Doc, I can see the Bucks going up 3-1 and Doc doing the infamous Doc run, because Rick Carlisle was going to say, if we give him 3 games, I promise you he's going to clock out like he always do. and we're gonna find ways to get back in it and win this and move on to the next round. I'll talk about the Pacers in the next round, but I'll be the only one to stand on this hill and say Pacers in 7.
Hey, I know we gotta go, but I want to say this: if the Pacers win this series, I don't want to, bro. Doc, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go, cause Giannis gonna go crazy. He will. Doc gotta go, and no team. Why would you want Doc anymore? That's all I gotta say.
And Dave, what you said, Bucks and what? 6.
6.
All
By
right.
the time I'm writing this down, he like, hold on, let me write this down. I need my TK squeeze.
I need to at least balance it out, man. I gotta balance it out. But yeah, we definitely up on time. So you want to do the pick'ems or we just want?
Yeah, let's get to these pick'ems.
All right, I gotta find mine. That's why I asked.
All right. Well, hold on. I messed you up. Tomo, hold on. That's an old one. What's going on?
We should be 10 and 7.
Yeah, we all 10 and 7. I just, hold on. Whoa. Oh, you know what? This thing is tripping. Oh, we all 10 and 7. It's showing me. It's not popping up. I like. Go ahead, y'all. I got y'all. Go ahead.
10 and 7. I gotta run with my hot hand, and hockey's been doing me good. So let me go find one of these games right quick while Joe go fixes that. And we gotta pick one for the next day, which would be tomorrow. We want to let you all know that this R2L Lock 'em in segment. You can add these games to your parlay, or you could do a single bet. But we just want to let you all know that these are our opinions, and as you can see, we all have winning records. So we letting you know that we pick good games. It might not be the game you pick today, but we're going to pick a good game for you because our balance is right there. So just like Kawhi and his New Balance, they don't got it up. You know what? I'm going to go money line. I'm going to do something that Joe did last week, and I'm going to go home. I'm going to go Capitals over Penguins, money line.
All right. So I'm going to go the Nationals, the Nats tomorrow, plus 1.5 against the Pirates.
Okay.
Because don't lose by 2.
Tomorrow, I'm going with the Phillies minus 1.5 against the Giants.
Okay.
Hey, Carl, take that G away from the Nats, man. Hey. See, Phillies over the Giants, minus 1.5.
Yep.
All right, let's get it. There it is. We all tied.
All right, I'm gonna put it in our group chat too, so I can remember.
Let's get it.
All right.
All right, I got Nats minus 1, plus 1.5.
Oh, I'm cheating.
Hold on. What's the odds? Hey, Tom. Hey, what's the odds on that, Carl? Help us out.
What game is it? What game you picked?
Caps over Penguins.
What's the odds, Tom?
Oh,
I don't see the odds.
I got it right here. Don't worry.
All right, if you bring it up, if it's crazy, I'll pick another team. I ain't scared.
Yeah, money line should only
minus, Caps is plus 1.5.
Plus 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he good. There you go. He good. Yeah, he good. Okay, there you go.
You know what I'm saying, Carl?
I lied. I apologize.
He being funny.
That man said, Tomo cheating. He good. I lied. I apologize. The whole sequence was crazy.
I just want to keep in my bet.
Yeah. Plus money for money line. Yep.
There you go.
All right. So my last words, y'all. First of all, great. Halliburton, 76 out for certain. And he's always hurt.
Now he's taking shots. He's taking shots.
Earlier, J-Mo rolled out. Look at what he said. Holly and B Nintendo Wii.
I ain't see that one. Go ahead.
All right, my last words are shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to the whole R2L family. Man, we grown, man, and we have a great, like Tomo said, he said, I love this R2L family. Me too, man. Like, we always tell y'all, we need y'all in the comment section. The comments is part of the show. We're going to talk, but we feed off the comments. So we appreciate everybody that's in the comment section. We appreciate all the super chats. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ty. with the members super chat for being 21 months. And shout out to J-Mo with the $4.99 super chat. We appreciate both of y'all. And Kings, man, handle business. Do y'all think it's a match? We beat them last time we played them. You know what I mean? So let's get this dub. And we got Memphis number, in my opinion. I feel like we could beat Memphis. But if we lose, I mean, I'm just waving that flag. But so I got for y'all. Shout out to TK Sweets, by the way, also.
Yeah, shout out to TK Sweets, man. Look, don't raise no flags, Joe. Relax.
Y'all see what it is.
Oh. Who I got? I got the Kings. And obviously I got Miami. I picked Miami also before that.
The game started. I was gonna pick Miami, but I'm going with the Kings too.
I'm going with the Mavericks and in Miami, of course. I mean, we have 62-39 right now. So
dang.
Yeah, nah, they cleaning up. After his blunder, they started smoking.
Hey, what I say? I said, better than that. He shouldn't have came at me. He came at me. This is what happens when you do that.
62-39, God.
62-39.
And it's only
I want to see. I want to see. I go against Cleveland. I want to see that. I think I can make it tough for him a little bit, but
see, can I be honest about that?
Hey, this your last one.
So look, I got us beating the Bulls, but I need us to lose against the Hawks. You know, because I need those two I need those two lottery picks, man. Come on now, I need it. I know this ain't what you used to hear from me, but look, I need that. I need two lottery picks. We got the Warriors one already. If we go to the playoffs, then OKC get us. OKC don't need another lottery pick.
That makes sense.
Come on, man. Dang. Go ahead and
how did OKC get your lottery pick?
Joe, I wish I knew the answer. I wish I knew the answer. I don't know the details.
They got Howie over there.
Find the details, but I don't have the details right now. But it needs to happen. Miami, look, go ahead and blow out the Bulls tonight because I need to win this bet, and then go ahead and lose the other game to the Hawks, please. We need that pick because we need something. So just saying.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night.
That's it.
You know, I gave you everything I had.
Everything.
All right, my last words is going to be shout out to Tyron Smith, left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. He announced his retirement. They had the press conference today, and I'm going to just say something. I'm going to keep it quick. After 14 seasons in the NFL, he was one of the prominent left tackles. You had Trent, and then you had Tyron Smith. Those were the two in the NFC East for a long time. Trent then went off to the 49ers and kept his run going. Tyron went off and stole money from the Jets like Aaron Rodgers, but I ain't mad at you because you came back and you retired as a Cowboy, 8-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. I mean, the list can go on and on. The only thing that was missing, and I know Eagle fans going to crack jokes about it, is a ring. And Zach Martin retired earlier. This is another one of the trios from the Great Wall, the duplicate of the Great Wall of Dallas. And you're going to be missed, but great career.
Shout out to him.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. Did you finish? That was your last words?
Oh no, I can't leave the show without saying what I normally say. Come on, y'all. This R2L. Hit that subscribe button. Be a member. You know what you're joining. You're joining the best network on YouTube, man. This is the next ESPN, the next Fox Sports. I'm telling y'all right now, man. Sign up. You don't know what you're missing. You see how much fun we have in here. Yep. This ain't scripted. I can tell you that right now. It ain't scripted. So go ahead and join the family, man. This not Death Row. This R2L. Come on now.
It's probably too unscripted.
At times, at times.
Look at the time.
No, you're right. And shout out to our superstar family members, and we definitely gonna get out of here right after this, Joe. Shout out to Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach, Javon, Lamar, Giovanni, Chris, Decorius, Mike, Taniqua, and Tone, and you when you join the family. Come on.
Yeah, Tyler Hero is 8 from 8 from the field right now, by the way.
See what I'm saying?
Cooking them boys.
Jimmy Butler, best team.
Up by 25. All right, y'all.
Oh, leave me alone.
Can't wait to see this chat.
You want?
All right, y'all. This is all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.